Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Trisha, a busy working mom with 2 boys over 40, and like so many of you, I'm just trying to find balance when it comes to my health. So as some of you guys know, I created this series so that way I can share with you guys how it is that I'm getting back on track, and that's what I'm doing here. So this week I took a simple but important step and I started tracking everything that I do. I started writing down my meals. I would write down my fasting schedules and how long I've been fasting for. I would write down my glucose and ketone levels, the supplements that I'm using, and the daily activities that I'm doing throughout the day. I also focused on keeping my meals super simple, nothing fancy, just whole foods that fuel me. And I've been intentional about incorporating gut healthy foods like kimchi and sauerkraut because gut health is everything when it comes to energy, digestion, and even cravings. But let's be real, I'm not cooking every meal at home. I do go out to eat sometimes, and when I do, I try to make good choices most of the time. But I also believe in balance. If I want a treat, I'll have it with no guilt, no extremes. I'm just finding what works for me. Another thing I did this week was create a little home spa moment by setting up my steamer sauna. I love adding simple wellness habits that don't require me to leave the house. I also focus on more gentle movement this week because I'm in my luteal phase of my cycle. So instead of pushing myself with intense workouts, I did some yoga to support my body during this phase. Honoring my cycle and adjusting my movement accordingly has been a game changer for my energy and overall well-being. So I started writing down everything like my meals, glucose and ketones, and activities and supplements because I noticed that if I don't track anything, it makes it easy to slip back into autopilot, and it makes me make wrong choices that don't serve me. I'm not obsessing over numbers or anything. I'm just doing this because I just want to see how my patterns and habits have been, like how different food impacts my energy or my cravings or my blood sugar. So for example, I would check my glucose after a meal, and I noticed that I would see some foods that are actually surprisingly stable and some that actually spike a little bit more, and now I understand why I'm a little bit more tired than usual. And I also like to track my ketone levels. I know that I'm not currently burning fat much, but I just want to see if my body is shifting into at least fat burns so that I can see that it's going back and forth from sugar burning to fat burning, and that there is a balance, that I could see that my body is working using both energy sources. So I'm just treating this like an experiment, no judgment, just curious. My goal isn't about perfection, it's just about learning what works best for my body so I can make the best choices. Alright, well that's a wrap on this week. This is just the beginning and I'm figuring things out as I go. If you guys are also working on your health, let me know in the comments below. Do you track your meals or glucose levels? And what's one thing you're focusing on this week on your health? So next week, I'm going to be diving into something new. I've been switching my skincare products to Korean and Japanese brands, and I am loving my results. So I'm going to share a video on what I've been using and why I made the switch and what my new routine is. So if you guys love skincare or any K-beauty or J-beauty products, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.